Hey guys, welcome back. Did an update. I did cleaning, getting everything all set, half prep. Hopefully this won't take too long. Got the little phone holder so it won't be as bad as it was in the previous starting when everything was just putting the phone down and couldn't really see what I was doing. This is back to doing the pedestal. Uh, Doing the pedestal on the bus, the platform rather, I'm saying pedestal, the platform that sits in the middle of the two wheel wells to drop the futon on, to set the futon on here today. And let me just flip this camera around real quick. Boom. There we go. I have got some cardboard down to set this metal frame on, which I've made these wonderful little spacers. Let me these homemade spacers. Hold on a second. Let me grab them and show you what I'm up to. The last one's drying. The last one's drying right now because I had to flip it over. I wasn't happy with how it came out, but I'm going to put a little piece of cardboard on. Because this is wood and there's a metal frame on the base, I made up some specialty wood coasters to set this frame on as well. And I'm going to put another piece of cardboard under this, but that's just so they don't dig. They're wood glued on. And there we go. That's what I came up with to set the four legs. And like I said, the last one's drying. Got the floor all washed for me walking through there. And the last wash before this platform goes down, I'm going to set this camera. And behind, I'm going to say something, behind this platform, there's kind of a rather disorientated mess that I moved around. I planned to stay today on straightening out because I had it on the shelves. I was going to move the shelves, but I just want to get this thing up and figured I'd do this live and then I'll clean up. So never mind the mess behind that platform because there's all kinds of stuff that's fixing to get put up. I got my gardening stuff here and all that because as much as I didn't want to, some of the bus started to act as a catch-all for projects that I had going on. And by the weekend, it'll all be out of here. Now that I got this project done. But for a while, like I said, this thing was on hurry up and wait mode. So, with that being said, let me open up this phone holder right here. Hopefully I get it in there. It's difficult. I gotta come up with a better phone holder. But yeah, I guess that's a fairly good view of what's going on. I've washed everything. That's why this platform's back up. So let's go ahead and set this thing. There we go. Biggest thing is centered in between there, so she comes down straight, and that looks about good for my house. Let's give this a try. Got it on my rocking edges. Looks like I might be able to set it right down. I don't know. I didn't have to move it a bit. There we go. A little bump. And there we go. Set in there fairly good. Oh, there we go. Set in there pretty good. Let's see what that looks through the camera. There's the platform. As I said, it's removable. I don't quite have it locking in yet, which I will moving forward, but winter's here. Fall is late fall, early winter, 25 degree temperatures, and I'm just grateful I got my staining done in between. Some of it had to dry in the bus, and this way I can get on to doing church orientated stuff. So now that we got that set, let me bring this frame up in here and set it. As I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. Over there, I got the tape measure set up. I pretty well guesstimated. I got my cardboard set where we're going to set this frame and how it's going to lay out. So, as you can see, all the stuff behind there. But and one more time, I just can't stress enough how this video is not how to do it, but rather how I did it. Because there's Probably some woodworkers out there with some experience saying with the machinery, I could have did this, could have did that. Right on. Probably could have. This is all out of pretty well rejected lumber for other projects, and done with a skill saw, a couple of orbital sanders, and a worm drive straight saw and a table saw, because the table saw put the straight edge on it to push it through, and I am talking about the flooring included that you see underneath that, not just a table. All of this was done on a property on good days with no roof, no huge garage to work in anything, and utilized the bus for some of the indoor work, such as letting stain dry, and when it was too cold outside to stand, and did it inside the bus, cracked a couple windows. And Australian timber oil is the finish, and I think I've blah enough on the update on that. Let me try to get this frame through here. 1 second. Just one more minute. I got to get this frame clear of the mattress. It's probably going to be in the way. And it is. Alright. Yeah, I knew I should have got this ready before, but bear with me, folks. I'll be there in 1 second. Yeah, it's always something. Working in a small area. Here we go. Oh, I got the mattress still hooked on this piece. Sorry. There we go. This ought to go fairly quick now I got the frame set. Let me pick it up by the other piece here. Got the front and the back done. Let me just carry it through. As you heard, a little bit of lumber there just got hit. And setting it in. Trying to set it down pretty well where it's going to be. That looks pretty good. Let me pick it up. So start digging. There we go. That one looks like it's setting. And that's fairly good that way. Pick this up a little bit over. There we go. That's a little more better. And now I can adjust it from there. But as you see, that leaves me a little walk around space on this side. I'm sorry. Let me set that up so you can see it. Frames up in there, leaving me a little walk around space right through here where I actually can get up here and go around that futon to the back. This is why this isn't going to stay this way. It's temporary, and it is what it is. This is the height-a-bed. There's gonna be a height-a-bed built, a lot of plans, but this is temporary, which was a whole other reason I went through all the trouble to make this centerpiece removable, which you just watched me set down. This is long enough. I'm gonna just bolt the frame in and put these coasters that I showed you. I'm gonna get these coasters. I'm gonna get a smaller piece of cardboard than what you see, and these coasters that also have that. These coasters the frame's gonna set on. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Blessings to all. Let me hit this. I gotta take this out of the holder. Sorry, guys. See if we can take this back. End button. There it is. Like I said, I apologize. I'm still getting used to this software. But being I got the phone loose, let me see the walk around. Not a whole lot of room, like I said, and that's why I made that detachable, because this is temporary. And the whole deal with putting the bed in the back across, how people do that, they block off that door, and this video started. I would never do that. I just got the futon mattress laying down there, but I would put the bed to the back, but I'm all about along the wall making it a height of bed so it's up out of the way. I could have just set the futon along the walls, it's probably saying, but when you saw how much of the floor space it still took up, I didn't like it. If I'm not using it, it does double as a couch. I haven't totally ruled it out yet, but if I ain't using it, I don't want it in my way. And there we go. I will be back on here once I got the frame put in and got the mattress in it and give you a final look. I don't think anybody wants to hear me run my mouth and wants to watch a frame get put in. I mean, it's not that hard. It's 8 bolts. I gotta go feed some animals, so either way, I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll come back in and go live when I'm putting it together. Maybe somebody's never put a futon together. If this seems like really elementary to somebody that's novice, I get it. But hey, maybe there's some people out here that haven't put a futon together. And as you see, this ain't a brand new one. This is one that I actually fixed. And when I say fixed, I didn't do no major repair. I just, from it being used a little bit, it was a little bit tweaked. And I straightened it back out. And yeah, it is what it is. It's got a new mattress on it. That's a really good mattress. And all in all, it's not too bad of a piece. Anyways, let me end this live, and I'll come back on here probably in about an hour. And who knows, maybe I will just go ahead and put it together on camera. If I do that, I'll have everything set up, so I'm not fetching and all that. But anyways, let me end this. Blessings to all. See you in the next one.